What's up, everybody? This is the Tree of Woe Show Hell in a Cell prediction.
Prediction show.
This is Jake and Justin.
Play the game.
He likes a pizza.
I ate all the pizza.
Yep.
Alright, we're here to tell you, run down the matches, who we think's going to win, some possible scenarios we see happening at Hell in a Cell this Sunday. We will start off with a normal match, no stipulations, just a very weaselly Canadian taking on a very, very happier Irish guy lately.
Who's still angry, but not as angry.
Yeah, it's still a shameful thing. Too many limes.
Too many.
Alright, I'll let you start on this one since you love Sheamus.
Yeah. I feel like Sheamus has to. He's gonna win here because that's the road that they're going on.
Mm-hmm.
Is they're building it up. It's just the real question for me is this the last step before he's at the main event picture, or is there one more that he's gonna? Is there one more person he's gonna travel?
One more match?
No. Well, technically it'll be one more match, but yeah, I think there's gonna be one more person that Sheamus has to go through before he's at the whole main event pop. So anyone else with more heel heat, who I'm not really sure SmackDown has that, but sure we'll find somebody.
Yeah, they'll force it down us.
Yeah.
So you're picking Sheamus?
Yep.
Alright, I'm picking Sheamus as well. For the pure fact that you can't build up a guy to be this big dominant face and have him lose to Christian, who just gets dominated lately. And because if you're building Mark Henry, talk about it later. If you're building up Sheamus to be this big super face, he didn't have a match at Night of Champions, and he lost at SummerSlam.
Got put through a barrier and got counted out.
So you really think they're really going to have him lose his first two pay-per-view matches as the dominant face, and you're going to have little Christian beat him? Unless it's some crazy way, but I'm picking Sheamus for the record. The Great White.
Next match we have is Sin Cara versus Sin Cara.
I'm the real one.
I'm the real one.
That's false.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright.
Do you want to go first on this?
Oh yeah, I'll start. I was going to pick Hunico, fake Sin Cara, because his mask is dope. But then I just being more realistic about it. The only thing, it's funny, he's picking opposite than me for the same reason I'm picking. I don't know if you know, it'll make sense. I'm picking Mystico, aka real Sin Cara, for the simple fact that once I heard Hunico say it's the fight for the name Sin Cara, I was like, okay, well, why would they go through all this waste of... Because a lot of people don't know him as Mystico. They mention it on SmackDown, but I'm thinking, okay, why would you bring this guy in and promote him as Sin Cara, never as Mystico, just to have him give up his name? Because he's the big drawing power. No one really knows who Hunico is. So that's my reasoning behind I'm picking real Sin Cara, the blue Sin Cara, the one in just Booker T's Fave 5.
I'm going to pick Black Sin Cara.
Evil Sin Cara.
Because
Black Spider-Man.
I'm picking him dirty. I think he'll do that, so that way, because they mentioned Mystico's name, so they'll build him as Mystico. Going back to Mexico is going to be awesome for them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then they'll have him win dirty, so that way they can continue it at Vengeance, and then they have Mystico have him triumph there after winning in Mexico, and then it's either done there or they throw him on two different teams at Survivor Series, and then there you go. You have two guys you can put on separate teams that can make a 4-man match, a 5-man match.
Mm-hmm. Just those random guys, another feud builder.
Yeah, and neither of them are really ready to be a mid-card yet, especially with Rhodes up there. You don't want to have Rhodes drop it to some guy in a mask who can't really talk. With how good Cody Rhodes is doing.
Mm-hmm.
And the next match we have is the Divas match.
Beth Phoenix.
Beth Phoenix.
Please, Triple H. God. I don't know if you control the Divas. He controls all. Please let Beth Phoenix finally win. It just doesn't make any sense to have Kelly keep winning. She's like as skinny. Like, look at this. Kelly. It doesn't make... She can't beat Beth Phoenix.
Beth Phoenix.
Show that logo. Marketing.
Yep. Miami Heat.
Alright.
Yeah, and Beth... How many times are you going to buy a roll-up?
Yeah, how many times can you beat Beth Phoenix by a roll-up? At one of these points, she's going to realize, I better be careful when I'm going for the Glam Slam because she's going to roll me up.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Psychology.
I just realized I picked all face, but okay. I'm not as confident about my picks anymore, people, but I'm going to stay true to them. I have all faces, whatever, except for the Divas. But we're moving on.
Yeah.
And then we're going to a match that's not confirmed, but looks like it's going to happen, or else it just makes no sense what they're doing.
Yeah.
Tag Team Championship match, Air Boom versus Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger. Team Vicky Guerrero. And if this match happens, which I believe it will. Oh, it's your turn. I apologize.
Oh, it's all good. Go.
Okay. I'm picking Air Boom because why would... It just doesn't make any sense to have Jack Swagger. Like, they've been a team since Monday. Like, well, it made no sense that one Monday they hate each other, the next Monday they're buddies. Like, all of a sudden, like, nothing happened in between. They're just like, oh, we're friends now.
Yeah.
And then Jack Swagger today comes out to Dolph Ziggler's theme and just, whatever. It just wouldn't make any sense to have... I mean, if Dolph Ziggler had lost the U.S. title to Zack Ryder on Raw, then it might make a little more sense. But I don't know if Vicky's stable is ready to have two of the main titles, especially this quick off Air Boom. People still love Air Boom.
Yes.
So I think maybe The Miz and R-Truth come back here to, cause them the match by DQ, but I'm picking Air Boom in some fashion.
I agree with him, and the real question is not if Air Boom's going to win. Obviously, there's a chance.
It's how.
Yeah, it's how, and how quick they do the whole Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger turn each other. Because it makes no sense to, have Jack Swagger with the best actual true 100% heel that they have. Just like true heel, not dominant heel or like sleazy heel. It's just like, that's what Dolph Ziggler is. He's the heel.
Yeah, he gets more heat than Del Rio. That shouldn't happen.
Well, I agree with it. But yeah, for where he's at, it shouldn't happen. It's just the real question is how long until they break up and then they move on and have Dolph either drop it to Ryder, A-Rai, Ziggler,
A-Rai,
Jomo.
No. Fire John Morrison.
Yeah. Seth Rollins.
He likes Seth Rollins.
Big Seth Rollins fan after I watched one YouTube match. Make fun of me for that if you want in the comments section. Because he does all the time.
I really do.
Yeah.
But I have an underground guy I'm building up. My guy originally was Mason Ryan. I have a new guy now. Details to come later time. Anyway, so you taking Air Boom for the fact
I took Air Boom, yeah.
He took Air Boom, guys. All right, move on to the World Heavyweight Championship match. I have a very left field opinion on this, so I'll let you start here.
I was gonna go with Mark Henry here, just by virtue of Mark Henry being dominant, and if they have Mark Henry continue to go and he beats Randy Orton as clean as you can have Randy Orton lose, you have a lot going with Mark Henry as your heel crazy guy. Kids don't like Mark Henry, have nightmares about him, and adults go, that is my dude. That's my dude right there. Yeah. Like, kids will have nightmares about Mark Henry, and they will go and they'll be terrified of him, and then that'll make it that much better when a face comes up and beats him. And time for your left field view now.
Okay, my left field view is that, now this is pulling in some, what's the proper word for this? Smart mark, also known as thinking way too much into this.
Yeah.
Okay, let me start here. The Vengeance poster is Mark Henry yelling,
hey, what
I will have my vengeance. What is he getting vengeance for if he's the champion?
Yes.
I think Randy Orton wins this match. A lot of people, you didn't say this now, but I don't know if you Cody Rhodes, you thought was going to win.
It's going to be Rhodes, or it's going to be one of the dudes who beat the crap out of that are ready now.
There's my left field view. Kane returns. This is a lot more like thinking into this.
Yeah.
The original Hell in a Cell poster had Kane.
Yeah.
Change it to John Cena. Vengeance has, I'm just saying. So I think Kane comes back, helps Randy Orton win. So Randy Orton is the new World Heavyweight Champion. And then they move on to Vengeance, and Mark Henry wins it back then. Because they're really happy on title changes now. And then after that, Kane and Mark Henry, maybe, I don't know. I'm predicting Kane returns, helps Randy Orton, and Randy Orton is the new World Heavyweight Champion after just 2 weeks. He's really good at that. Ask Christian.
Hey, at least it's 2 weeks instead of 2 days.
Okay, 5.
Sorry, 2 to 5, depending on who you ask.
Yeah. Christian's title reign is pending. Pending further review.
Yeah.
Okay, so Orna. That's key to my next one. Orton, Mark Henry. And then we move on to the match that, holy cow.
We talked about this for 10 minutes before this video.
And so I still have no idea. I don't know if we have any reasoning that makes logical sense, or we have too much that makes logical sense.
Everything we have makes sense, We're just not happy with any of it.
Yeah.
We're not happy. We're happy with it, but we could see them like it's not as good as it could be.
Yeah, pretty much what it is there's so many things that there's so many options they have that could end up like us saying, okay, like there's a few, like CM Punk winning would be the one thing we're like, oh.
Yeah.
But even then, that doesn't make any sense. So it'd be like, okay, whatever. But so we're just trying to think that they're gonna try to do so, like he was saying, they're gonna try to go up here when they need to just chill and everyone would be happy.
Yeah.
So do you want to take a crack at this first?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say.
Hold on, let me show this real quick. Here's our predictions. All those little crossed out things are all the times I change my mind. Yeah. So yeah.
And I changed my mind on the way here 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
What really I think the main thing comes down to is how you're going in. Like, how do you go from the future from here? That's why we don't think CM Punk's gonna win.
Because it wouldn't make any sense.
But
he just kind of got thrust into this because he had his rematch.
But are you really just throwing him in there because Nash is still not ready to get into a full match, and you're gonna have them feud later, and it's gonna have, Cena and Del Rio continue.
Keep going.
Yeah. Or what are you gonna do with Cena without the belt? The whole the champ is here thing.
Yeah, that's his biggest gripe on Cena, rightfully so, is who is John Cena without the title?
Yeah.
Like he's just some guy. Like he lives for that title.
He has to be in the main event going for the title. Whether he deserves it or not. We're not gonna talk about deserving and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's hard to talk about. Yeah. Who deserves what?
Because he's up there, people watch. It's tough to go away from a hot commodity. That's what we were saying too. Is it's tough to if you know for a fact that you can put John Cena with the belt on there and get solid ratings.
Why not do it?
Yeah, why would you not?
Like we were talking about maybe doing a video about what we would do, but then it's like, okay, well it's easy for us to say what we do. Our money isn't. We're not putting stock in this. Where if we fail, we get fired. Now we have no jobs.
Yeah, and then who's gonna feed my kids?
Yeah, I got kids to feed.
Latrell Sprewell. Everyone donate to Latrell Sprewell feed his kids fund.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
No, I'm the awesome one. All right. Sorry. So you take a crack at this.
I feel they'd be dumb not to have Nash come back in there because that's the whole thing is because CM Punk has unresolved feuds with Nash and Triple H because they're still not done with either of those. So,
Triple H,
that there's gonna be some involvement and some booking.
Yeah, it's like you really think Triple H, CM Punk, they're just gonna have a match and then their feud's over. Same thing with
especially with the who lowered the cell thing too.
I didn't do it.
I lowered the cell and I sent the text.
Yeah. Have you noticed that we have not had a Kevin Nash mention? Like if you did they mentioned his name once at the Raw after Night of Champions, but seriously, if you didn't watch Night of Champions and you missed the 1 second on Raw, you have no idea that Kevin Nash was even involved. That's the problem. It's like, okay.
Yeah, so are they gonna keep throwing them out there? Okay. But
so who are you picking and tell us why?
Let's say on there. I'm picking.
You ended up with Alberto.
I'm picking Del Rio, just by virtue of Nash is gonna come out there and beat up CM Punk, and John Cena will be in the corner, and then he'll try to go in there, and it'll be 1, 2, 3, and then Cena will break it up, and then it'll be like, oh, Cena, he didn't lose, so he gets his rematch and all that stuff, and then Punk's still pissed, and they can move on with him versus Nash. And your opinion?
I'm taking John Cena. I hate saying that. Yeah. For the record, we both want CM Punk to win. That's why we picked him in the first place, but then we remembered that that's just not really good analysis.
Yeah.
Especially on a predetermined show.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm taking John Cena for the fact that what I was telling him is we just finally got out of, after this, we'll finally be out of the rematch bowl. Yeah. He had a rematch. So I'm saying, okay, maybe Cena finally just wins. Not that I want him to, but just retain and have, okay, done. No more rematches. Clean slate. Del Rio, Punk, Triple H, all those guys to go do your thing. Cena, go do whatever.
Yeah, because you can build a feud for Cena by throwing anybody against Cena.
See R-Truth Capital Punishment.
Yeah. And people were like, oh yeah, okay, R-Truth, that makes sense. It wasn't too bad.
So those are our predictions. Tell us your predictions in the comment box below. We will also put ours down there. Have a good time watching Hell in a Cell. We know we will.
Unless they mess it up.
Yep. So, Tree Wolf Show signing off. Go CM Punk. Any last words?
Take care. Cut your hair off.
And if you don't cut your hair off, put it through your snapback. That's all from here. Have a good night.